This website is like literally flooded with ads. It's fine. We are going to persist for the sake of to learn about 10 hardest weapons to master in Elden Ring. The following weapons in Elden Ring demand an experienced pair of hands. That's what Mr. Alex... A colossal weapon. Golem halberds are excellent choices for Elden Ring players who want to keep their distance without resorting to projectiles. The base damage alone, 158 physical, means that it performs wonderfully for players who may find themselves short of runes or upgrade materials. It is not an easy weapon to wield, however. Golem halberds require a high strength stat, and being colossal are slow swinging tools that can easily be countered or dodged by skilled invaders. It takes practice to get used to the rhythm, but if players can persevere, Golem halberds are an excellent choice. Honestly, I think the gamer that was writing this article have mistaken difficult to use weapon for dogshit weapon. The only benefit out of this weapon is its length. In PvE it doesn't matter, in PvP kind of too, because the weapon is dogshit anyway. Honestly, the giant freaking crusher is straight up better choice. Yeah, I think the gamer just is kind of confused and that's about it. But hey, maybe it is kind of warm up. He's just bamboozling around. He's just joking. You don't understand. It's a jest. The further entries are going to show that he knows what he's talking about, like giant crusher. Listen, it's better than the previous one, so it's not fucking not true at least. But I see another entry that is amazing. Grafted Dragon, PogChamp, dude. Grafted Dragon is a difficult weapon to utilize effectively, mainly because of some weak attacks and predictable frames. Wait, I have brain lag. You know, what does he mean by predictable frames? It's a very fast running attack. Unless he wins the Ash of War, yeah? Okay, it doesn't matter, dude. It's the freaking Grafted Dragon is a meme. With experimentation and practice, Grafted Dragon can perform dangerous area attacks or act as a spectacular opening weapon in boss fights. Did you guys see anyone using that? To masterfully use this fist weapon, it should never be a Tarnished primary. Instead, it should be used in the offhand or secondary primary slot. Wait. The fucking offhand Ash of War actually works on that one, like, what the fuck? I actually learned something new because of this guy. We are doing this. Look at this beautiful attack. And without a doubt, it's going to be a great opener to your fights, dude. 27 frames. And then further on 37. I am almost convinced this weapon is secretly overpowered. At this point, I think we are actually going to try it. Another one, Torn Whip. A brutal endgame whip. The Torn Whip is a highly sought after weapon with decimating bleed buildup that will continuously deal damage to enemies whether you attack or not. Ah? Can someone explain to me this sentence? Does this weapon have some sort of the blood flame passive that I am not aware about? No. It just whip with innate bleed? Okay, listen, you guys cannot be trusted. What would you know when Alex Olcock actually writes the article? Alright, turned whip. Let me see. Yeah, it's just normal fucking bleed. Hoslow's Petal Whip has literally better build-up. Okay, listen, let's read further. It's a potent choice favored by invaders looking for a swift kill. Hey, invaders, what you think about it? Are you using Torn Whip on your builds? Why are you spamming yes even before I ask the question? Invaders in chat spoken and they are speaking truth. There is no way that the chat would be lying. But there are some conditions to consider. This whip is generally better to use in a pair to benefit from both range and continuous bleed. Alongside this, jumping attacks are ideal, which makes the moveset of the Turned Whip limiting the diversity of attack patterns. What the fuck did I just read? Maybe that's my dyslexia. Which makes the moveset of the Turned Whip limiting the diversity of attack patterns. Good one, GPT. What the fuck is this about, dude? It can make users predictable, but if played right, Tarnished using a Turned Whip can become a deadly fighter. You know what? This article is going to be the source of my future videos. I need to actually try all these strats. Prepare for the series of videos where we are going to be either confirming or debunking Mr. Alex's list of the hardest, I'm sorry, let me scroll up, 10 hardest weapons to master. Real. Another one, gags. Look at that. Very hard weapon indeed. Actually, honestly, after patch 1.08, it's legitimately not easy weapon to play with. But yeah, let's see what the gamer is going to say. Like, I kind of wonder if he's going to mention the, for example, through combos. Wielding colossal weapons is one of the most challenging and customizable plays. What the fuck he means? The link goes to the 20 RPGs with the most impressive customization options. What do you mean by customizable? Okay, whatever. Thanks to their high stat requirement and slow timing, one can be challenging to wield. To dual wield them is a particularly impressive and extremely difficult playstyle to master. Dude, you have to dual wield them, dude. Now you know. If you played gags in the past and you thought that it's not that good of the weapon, it's because you was playing them wrongly. You have to play them in the dual wield. It is no small task learning how to use them and will require constant practice to learn the attack range and openings. Crouch poking is one solution. Okay, dude, the god gamer. But there are the others that will change based on the player. I mean, like, if you want to dual wield them, then crouch poking is kind of out of the window, because crouch poke with one-handed, it just doesn't make sense. It's fine, don't worry about it. You just guys do not understand how the real gamer is playing the video game. Yet again, if you want to be good at Elden Ring, you take 2 gags and you dual wield them, and then you crouch poke, real. Out of entire paragraph about gags, this one, that the crouch poking is actually legitimate suggestion that is actually good to some extent, yeah? Just not with the dual wield. Alright, no matter. Number 4 is Gargoyle's twinblade. Twinblades are generally good PvP choices. Dude, this article is about PvP? I thought it's gonna be about PvE, but the guy is actually all about PvP apparently. Due to their wildly energetic movesets that make them hard to predict. Gargoyle's twinblade in particular is excellent for applying status effects through multi-hit playstyles. Wait, what? Wait, I need to check something. It has like a innate status effect of any sort? Gargoyle's twinblade. Why gargoyles though? Okay, you know what? I think I know how this guy was actually making this article. He was actually looking at the base physical damage, I assume. Because honestly, the Gargoyle twinblade is kind of, well, not that great, no? Yeah, it is actually significantly shorter to other options, and distance on twinblade is quite fucking important. When it comes to weapons that are very good at applying status effects, being like a status effect holders, you need a freaking... you need a range. Get the Wind Knight's freaking blade and you're good. You know what I'm gonna do at some point? If you guys want, we can just make a build in the future when I'm just gonna take all the weapons that the guy listed here and we're gonna make a build around it. I think that's what we're supposed to do, because honestly, we have to try. There is no shot the guy would just be making stuff up based on, for example, what weapons have the most of the base physical damage on upgrade 0, yeah? There is no shot. Oh, Cross-Naginata? Hell yeah, one of the hardest play styles in the world. Oh, that's interesting. Let's check this out. By itself, Cross-Naginata is a fun weapon. Oh, very fun. Especially when you two-shot literally over-leveled phantoms. That's very fun. With good range and a fun moveset, often compared to the weapon of the Sword Saint in From Software's Sekiro. When dual-wielded, however, Cross-Naginata becomes a much-feared combination in PvP, but only if carefully built around select items. Wait, combination in PvP, where does that link? Best spear build for PvP. What the fuck is this? Defensive spear build in Elden Ring. From which year is this article? It's 2022. Honestly, Nahida actually cooked, I would say. She cooked. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this website? I like how both these weapons are literally not fully upgraded. What the fuck is this website, dude? Motherfucker, like, this is my new source of knowledge about PvP. Sleep fucking 3 spears, dude. Offensive spear build in Elden Ring, dude. Bleed pike. Dude, the arrow. Oh, look, there is nothing. That's why you're supposed to slot in Bloodhound Step. Freaking Game Rant is my favorite website from now on. But hey, listen, Cross-Naginata, much feared combination in PvP, which is true by the way, but only if carefully built around select items. Shame the gamer doesn't say which ones, but hey. Cross-Naginata outperforms weapons of the same style thanks to its inherent bleed buildup. I think it outperforms weapons of the same style because of its fucking damage that is literally the best among all the dual spears in the game. Definitely bleed build-up is very helpful too. That being said, I'm actually curious about one thing. What the bud means by weapons of the same style? Is the same style the style of turning off the brain and killing people that by literally 3-shotting them with the Alt 1 button? Or because if the guy means that it outperforms, for example, just stuff in the spear category, then pikes can be arguably better in the dual setup just because of the range difference. Combining with things like Bloodhound Step, oh hell yeah, brother, lets players take full advantage of the spear's savage mechanics. Okay, Bloodhound Step, especially before patch 1.10, was fucking amazing on practically everything, but by no means freaking Bloodhound Step is enabling anything on the spears, because both roll attack and backstep attacks are kind of fucking dogshit. So I am not really sure what the guy means by that. Cross-Naginata walks a fine line between fun, average weapon, and borderline broken damage dealer. This is a fine line, everybody. It's very fine line. If you would hate on Cross-Naginatas as literally the strongest setup in the game that is absolutely broken, you are coping, my friends. It's just a fine line between fun, average weapon, and borderline broken damage dealer. It's fine. Number 3, Blasphemous Blade. Defeating Rykard, Lord of Blasphemy, allows players to purchase this powerful greatsword. The boss might be a little on the easier side, and it's easy to dismiss the weapon for coming from such simple encounter. But if played right, it is widely regarded as one of the best PvE weapons in the game. Honestly, true. Although, I just want to say something. I like a reminder. Article is called 10 hardest weapons to master. So not only in 10 hardest weapons to master, we have dual Cross-Naginatas. I mean, it's one of the easiest setups in the game. Blasphemous Blade is all about sending L2 button on the bosses in the PvE. So I don't know where's difficulty in that, honestly. It's one of the most brain-dead setups that you can imagine. With a show-stopping special attack that can be something of a panic button, Greatsword is not the most complex weapon to use, but to truly take advantage of its incredible damage numbers, players should invest some time into learning the weapon's timings and synergies. That's it, guys. What synergies? What are my details? You cannot leave me at that. You need to tell me more. I cannot believe that the guy left me on read. Well, I guess I will have to invest some time. Meanwhile, number 2 is Lance. Like the Gargoyle's twinblade, the Lance is something like a blank canvas and relies heavily on player modification to become a game-changing weapon. As a result, it requires throughout investigation, either through experimentation or research, to find the optimal combinations. Like slapping the second lance, for once. Lance has lower damage than some other great spears, but it truly shines due to its ability to attack whilst shielding. It can become a brutal method to stagger enemies and operates from a safe range, so it's worth keeping on every player's radar. No mention of the dual great spears. Straight up suggestion that it's the regular lance is good because you can shield poke with it. What the fuck is going on? Like this, literally, lances, despite being, of course, a thrust weapons, actually are type of the weapons that require you to commit. You're usually just getting closer to your opponent than trying to outspace. Let's just go on the first one, which is Ghiza's wheel. At first glance, Ghiza's wheel looks like it's been ripped straight out of Bloodborne and appears menacing enough to warrant unskilled use combat. What? Okay, further. It's a colossal weapon that shares equal speed and power to its large siblings and makes for an imposing tool on the battlefield. The truth is, however, that Ghiza's wheel will almost certainly just be a gimmick in the hands of Tarnished, who rely too much on its motorized blade to deal damage. It isn't the best scaling weapon, but with some practice, Ghiza's wheel can deal multi-hit combos through the swings of its cloud wheel. I think I know what he means. Dude, I know what he means by the multiple hit. Ah, wait, I got it. Alright. That's what he means by multiple hits. Wow. 23,000? Yeah, I think that's fair. The gamer in the article was continuously mentioning stuff like, you know, the fact you have to dig the topic deeper, you just have to learn stuff and so on, yeah? Those are the words of the gamer, yeah? And that's what he meant by that. That's why this is the hardest weapon, because you have to hit, for the sake of to properly use it, you need to hit that freaking 3 active frames move that is called Chainsaw. That's why it is number 1 among the hardest weapons. The fact that he didn't mention Serpent Hunter is just because, dude, you supposed to explore the possibilities yourself. Like lances, it requires throughout investigation, either through experimentation or research. So it all makes sense. Thank you a lot, Alex Olcock. I appreciate your advice. And from now on, we all are going to go further into the world of Elden Ring, being that much smarter. Thank you. Riposo. Oh man. Hey. Hello, gamer. Memory's broken. Rhythm goes unspoken.